So another Marvel Future Fight update is just around the corner, and it centers around the Defenders. And Mephisto for some reason. And Ikaris from the Eternals. Yeah, a bit of a weird one, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty excited for this update. I'm a big fan of the Defenders, partly from the comics and also from the Netflix shows that they were in. So, and especially Daredevil, which we'll get to in a bit. So yeah, I am very excited for this update, and let's just get into what these patch notes have for us here. So, we have one new character, Ikaris, we have 4 new uniforms, a tier 3 for Daredevil, bunch of awakenings, and we have a new world boss legend that we get to fight. Let's look at the specifics here. So Ikaris is going to be a bio sub character, but fortunately for us, we get his bios for free from the normal Future Pass. So that's great. It's really great that they put it there. And let's hope that this isn't like a temporary thing. Let's hope they do this for the long run, because it would be really nice. And when the Eternals movie does come out sometime in the future, and there's gonna be like a uniform for him, you know, people aren't gonna feel so bad that they have to miss out on this character, because you know, a lot of us will be able to get him for free, at least just 20 bios. But you know, that's nothing a mega rank up ticket and a tier 2 advancement ticket won't solve. So yeah, he has a nice leadership, very strong heals, etc. His kit looks quite PvP centric, I would say. It might be too early to call here, but just based on what I'm looking at, it looks like he's gonna be one for PvP content mainly, though given that he's not getting a tier 3 or an awakening skill, at least not in these patch notes, I don't know if he's gonna be able to fare very well in the current PvP game modes, because you know, you have the Sentries, Silver Surfers, Jean Greys to fight. Not sure how well a non-awakened, non-tier 3 character can do, but whatever, that's fine. Maybe they're just putting him here in preparation for the Eternals movie release, so that they don't have to release a bunch of new characters at once. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Rather unremarkable. Now let's get into the juicy stuff. Not gonna lie, these are the parts I'm more excited about, and we're looking at this beautiful, beautiful uniform for Daredevil. Now, if you've been watching the videos I put out for a long time, or I don't know, for a while, you may have picked up on the fact that I am quite a big fan of Daredevil, and yeah, I'm so excited for this uniform. I freaked out when I saw the sneak peek that Daredevil was getting a tier 3. I actually freaked out when I saw the Jessica Jones sneak peek at first, because at that point I was really thinking, who else are they going to give the tier 3 to if not Daredevil? Well, thankfully they are, and it also comes with this amazing new uniform, and it looks great. I don't know, on paper it looks great. 30% recovery of max HP while dodging, which is, you know, that's quite good, I would say. Quite a big heal for dodging. I mean, this could be good for PvP mainly, unless someone runs ignore dodge. But you know, okay. Now that I think about it, it doesn't sound as good, but whatever. The other parts are still good. He has 70% ignore dodge on his own. That means he doesn't really need any too much ignore dodge support in order to get to 100%, which is crazy. Then he also has this insane counter-attack ignore iframe skill, something like Silver Surfer. You know, it looks quite good. It has accumulation based on damage dealt. You know, it has some protection, increase of damage. I've always thought that Daredevil deserved to have a skill that allowed him to ignore iframe, because I don't know, that just seems like the kind of character that he is, right? So I'm so glad that they gave it to him here. And he also has 60% all defense down, which is, I would say, quite big. You know, it's quite a large amount. It stacks immediately also, so you don't need to build up to it. That's quite crazy. We'll get to his tier 3 skill later, because that's another part of his kit that is not that's not in the uniform description. But needless to say, I'm very excited to buy Daredevil's uniform. I'm gonna get his uniform immediately, and if I can get a speed book between today and tomorrow, I'm gonna tier 3 him immediately. I'm one speed book away from having all the materials necessary to tier 3 him. So yeah. Now, the other defenders actually look quite good as well, and there's some interesting synergies that they have with each other. As you can see, Luke Cage here has a uniform effect that increases the ignore dodge for defenders' allies over here. He also has a leadership that applies to defenders' allies, so I really like that they're hammering home on this little niche tribe synergy, which is quite cool, because they're a team, and it would be nice if in game they felt like a team. Now we'll see how these passives like align with each other, but on paper it's a great idea, and I'm a fan. So yeah, Luke Cage looks pretty cool, and this piece of the text actually intrigues me a lot. He has an accumulation over here, as you can see, but what's interesting is it says it increases attack by 15% for each 1% of damage taken. Now, 15% increase of attack? That's a lot. I don't know if this is a typo or something, but if it's not, this would be a great way to maybe try to balance accumulation based on damage taken versus damage dealt, because, generally, we as players prefer damage dealt because it's safer, but if this increase in attack is, not a typo and serious, this would be a great way to increase the value of accumulation based on damage taken. There's a higher risk, but there's a higher reward also. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I hope it's not a typo, but we'll see. With Jessica Jones here, you can see there's another piece of the Defender's synergy. When HP is below 35%, it decreases all damage received by 95%. Now that's quite massive. I don't know how that will pan out in game, but on paper, it looks great. I'll be saying that a lot here because on paper, a lot of this looks pretty good. We'll see how it works out, but maybe the new PvP meta will be a Defender's trio team. Who knows? But yeah, Jessica Jones here. She also gets a passive that will apply to Defender's allies at tier 2, which increases all attacks by 50%. Wow, 50%. 50% of this plus the defensive passive here, it feels like Jessica Jones will be absolutely necessary for any PvP showcase for Defender's characters. So that is interesting. Her kit, not gonna lie, seems a little unremarkable. But then again, not everything that is on paper, translates exactly in game. So, I'll wait to see what it is. But yeah, it's the passive that's the more interesting part. Now, Iron Fist over here gets a great leadership, 60%. It looks like he's gonna be the leader character for the Defenders, which is kind of weird. Never really saw Iron Fist as the leader of the Defenders, but it's fine. It's fine. He has to have something. I remember the time when the Iron Fist Marvel uniform was the number one for combat hero or something. That's how long I've been playing this game. But it's pretty exciting to see him get a pretty substantial buff with this new uniform. And it looks good. The animations look great based on what I've seen in the live stream. So yeah, I can't wait to cover it also. Not too much to say here because, it looks pretty cool. It has accumulation and all that. I don't really know what else to say about this, except that it's cool. It looks good on paper, and I can't wait to try it. All right, now we have these characters up to level 70. Yeah, we know we got these all the time, but yeah. All right, now the tier 3 skill. This is quite a cool tier 3 skill right here. Let's just look at this beautiful animation while I go over the interesting details about it. It ignores the target's dodge rate by 100%. Now this is pretty good on its own, but considering that Daredevil already has ignore dodge 70% natively is not even a word, but whatever. This doesn't seem like that amazing. There's also a silence effect on here. Kind of disappointing. There's no all defense down, but yeah, I'm not really, all defense down isn't really too much of the meta anymore, So I just hope this tier 3 skill deals a lot of damage. It just looks cool, I mean, I'm gonna tier 3 Daredevil no matter what, he's my boy. But I hope that this is gonna be like a really hard hitting tier 3 skill. So yeah, and I also love how this looks. I mean, God, this looks amazing. Look at this. Doesn't that kind of look like the Daredevil logo, when he over his shoulder? I don't know if that's just me trying to put a comparison where there isn't really anyone to be made, but it just kind of looks like it. It looks like the title card of the Marvel's Daredevil on Netflix. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of that show, so yeah. Well, there's that. There's also an awakening skill for all of the Defenders, so that is cool, which means we're probably not getting another awakened character mid-month. It's probably just going to be a tier 3, maybe Mephisto, who knows. So yeah. The transcended skills, yeah, they look cool. Sorry, I'm not as hyped for the rest of the defenders as I am for Daredevil, as you can probably tell. But I am still pretty hyped. You know, and actually, it does look cool. I dig it. Can't wait to see what how good they are in the meta. I hope they are very strong as well. So yeah, speaking of Mephisto, we get a new world boss legend, and I'm quite excited for this. The content has been quite stale in the game for a while now. Null freshened it up a little bit, but once you got used to it, it doesn't feel as new. So we're getting some new content, and I am excited for this. Mephisto. After people speculating for weeks that he would appear in WandaVision, he appears in Marvel Future Fight, almost out of nowhere. So, yeah. Whereas against Null, we get a CTB of energy, or a chance to get a CTB of energy, at least. Here we get a chance for a CTB of regen, an enhanced one. So that's interesting, which kind of implies that there's going to be another world boss legend that will give us an enhanced CTB of transcendence. Now, who that might be, I have no idea. Kang the Conqueror? That's the first person that comes to mind, and I don't know who else. But, yeah, anyway, that's just something to note. He gives away blast books, which is a little strange, I would say, given that Null gives out every book, technically. I mean, he hardly gives out books. I don't know if that's just me. He hardly gives me books when I play him. So, I don't know, just something interesting to note. These are some rewards as well. They're more or less the same ones that Null gives, I believe. So I have no reason to believe that it'll be different other than the books and all that, and the CTB, if anyone even gets one. So that's interesting. I cannot wait to dive into gameplay for World Boss Legend Mephisto. So, yeah, I can't wait to tackle that. It's just a generally exciting update all around based on what we've discussed so far. So there's an Alliance Weekly contribution that is being put here. This kind of seems similar to the one that we have already. I don't know if this is like too different. Maybe they're bumping up the rewards a little bit. No, yeah, reward. Yeah, this is definitely more than the original one that we have. More gold is nice, so rather unremarkable, but it's always good to have more stuff, I think. Yeah. Alright, so the future pass over here, the usual, except for the interesting one here, Ikaris bios, you can see at the bottom left. So that's cool. Again, not Marvel devs. Please don't stop putting premium character bios in the future pass. It is very much appreciated by your player base. Keep that up, please. All right, we have some nice new icons here. a Scarlet Witch icon, because I really feel like they're not gonna do anything for WandaVision. So I mean, they might as well just put this little thing, right? Yeah, you can get it from the future pass. Yeah. So, oh man, I was really hoping for some WandaVision uniforms. Not gonna lie, but you know what? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I really want this Daredevil icon, and it's not in the future pass, so I'm thinking it will be in the token event, so I can't wait for that. I'm going to be snapping that up if ever. It'll be the first icon that I purchased, but yeah, I'm just oversharing here. Yeah, uniform collection, blah, blah, blah. No, they didn't continue the trend of introducing like a unique uniform for completing the uniform collection, so I'm thinking they won't continue with that in the long run, or maybe that was just a special one-off event. I don't know. But yeah, max upgraded gear has allowed us to go from 21 to 25 at once. I don't know if I like this. I think it's okay. It's fine. But sometimes, I kind of just want to go 21 for all and then 22 for all. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being picky. And then we have some minor changes to continue this. Gambit's name. I don't know why they changed it here. I don't know. Is there something I'm missing? That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, we were also losing our honor tokens, since they made a change timeline battle the other update. So if you don't want 100 gold per token that you have, spend your tokens tonight before the update lands. So yeah, that's just a heads up. And it says they make these two skills, Captain America Sharon Rogers' unique ultimate skill and Deadpool's fourth skill, make it more easy to use against World Boss Null. I'll be seeing if this is actually the case, because I do recognize that Sharon Rogers' tier 3 skill is very hard to use against Null. So, hopefully here's hoping for easier Null World Boss runs in the long run. yeah, this is what we have for the update. And what do I think? Well, I think I've already made my thoughts about it clear. I am quite hyped for this. this is pretty exciting stuff. So I don't know. Am I wrong to get too hyped for this? No, I'm not. What are we talking about? People can be hyped for whatever they want. But yeah, not only do we get some changes to very underpowered characters in the game right now, including one of my favorite characters throughout all of Marvel Comics, we also get an interesting new game mode that I cannot wait to dive into. It's generally a good update, I think, and I can't wait for it to land. I can't wait to get my hands on the uniforms, and I can't wait to, play the new content. So yeah, that's what we have coming. I hope that you guys are as excited for it as I am, not gonna lie. There's been quite a dip in my enthusiasm for the game as of recently, but this might be just the thing to bring my enthusiasm levels back up. So, what do you think of the patch notes? Are you as excited for the update as I am? Hopefully you can let me know in the comments, if ever. So, that'll be it for me. Can't wait to see you guys when the update drops. I hope I was able to cover the patch notes thoroughly enough, and as always, thank you so much for watching.